What is your profession?
So here we have 1500 points of Black Templars. Starting off on the left over here, we have a 13-man Crusader squad with combi melter, plasma gun, 2 power swords, and then lots of neophytes, 8 neophytes here. Similar squad over here, except it's a combi plasma and then a melter gun, but again 2 power swords. 5 Terminators, assault cannon, and then 4 power fists, 4 storm bolters and a power sword on the sergeant. Storm Talon with twin assault cannon and twin las cannon. Leading the force today we have Chaplain Lazarus and the Emperor's Champion. And finally we have the Land Raider Wrath of Sigismund. It is armed with 2 Hurricane Bolters, Storm Bolter, twin assault cannon, and inside it are 2 7-man squads. Each one has 5 initiates and 2 neophytes. The first squad has Combi Flamer, Power Sword, Power Axe, and the second squad has Twin Lightning Claw, Power Sword and Plasma Gun. So there we go, 1500 points. Let's see what they're up against today. So here we have 1500 points of Tau. Starting off over here with the big stuff, we have 2 hammerheads, one with long strike and one just a regular hammerhead. The regular hammerhead is here, it has the iron cannon, 2 Seeker missiles and 2 smart missile systems. Long strike today with his classic railgun, and he's also got 2 Seeker missile systems, smart missile systems, and 2 Seeker missiles. Behind them we have the stealth team, favoured by this Tau force. We've got 6 stealth suits, each one has a burst cannon and an advanced targeting system, and the leader, the Shazvra, has a marker light as well, and they also have 2 marker drones. The Ghost Kill, which is becoming feared amongst Imperial forces on this channel, has returned. It has its 2 stealth drones of course, but also the Ion Raker, Twin Fusion, Target Lock, and also Shield Generator. We're still sticking with the Shield Generator for now. Leading this force today we have the 2 brother commanders. The one on the left is the Warlord, and he has 3 missile pods and target lock, I believe. Advanced targeting system, and he has 2 shield drones. And this commander over here has 3 plasma, 2 gun drones, and a shield generator. Finally, we have 2 squads of fire warriors with no upgrades in a Devilfish, which has a burst cannon and 2 smart missile systems. And last but not least, we have another 5-man fire warrior squad, and the sergeant there has a marker light. Everyone else, all the fire warriors have got pulse rifles. So, 1500 points of Tau versus 1500 points of Black Templar. Let's see the battle after the field of deployment. So here we have the field of battle after deployment. Starting with the Black Templars, we have the Land Raider Wrath of Sigismund, and inside it are the 2 7-man Crusader squads, the Emperor's Champion and Chaplain Lazarus. We also have a 13-man Crusader squad hanging out behind them, the Storm Talon, central position, and another 13-man Crusader squad there. The 5 Terminators are up in the sky. For the Tau, we have the Devilfish with 2 bare bones squads inside. We have both hammerheads here, long strike and regular hammerhead. 5-man fire warrior squad with marker lights. Infiltrating up nice and close, we have the Ghost Keel and the stealth team with marker drones. And then reserve, the Tau have both of their commanders. The mission today is Big Guns Never Tire, so there's 4 objectives. Here, 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 and the last one is here. Each objective is worth 3 points, and you get 1 point for each heavy support option that you destroy. So that is actually only 1 for each side, because we have 1 heavy support choice to Land Raider Crusader, but Long Strike is an HQ choice. He is not a heavy support, so it's the single Ion Head over there, which is 1 extra point for the Black Templars if we manage to get it. So that's the deployment. Now we're going to roll to see who gets first turn. The Black Templars managed to deploy first, so they get the +1. And the Black Templars are going first, but will the Tau seize the initiative? They do. That is a seize. Everyone bloody seizes on this channel. This is the big blue bullshit dice of seizing. It's famous for seizing. That's why I think Johnny may have picked it. But yeah, so we'll be back at the end of Tau turn 1. Let's see what firepower these filthy xenos can put down. So here we have warlords for both forces. Starting on the left, we have Chaplain Lazarus. He's a basic chaplain, and he has the relic, the Crusader helm. So all his radiuses are +3 inches, so +3 for his rerolls, +3 for his leadership. And he also has the warlord trait, Rite of Battle. So everyone within normally 6 inches, but thanks to the Crusader helm, now 9 inches of him is fearless. No battle shock for these Templars. Over here we have the Tau commander, and he has the Pure Tide engram chip. So once a game he can do a single reroll, and also every time anyone uses a stratagem on a roll of 6, he gets another command point for the Tau forces. So that's quite good. Not going to play yet, but hopefully we're going to see it.
18 dice.
18 dice rolls, not managed to do anything yet. And his warlord trait is the Exemplar of the Cayune. So he is able to advance all over the place and still fire with no penalties whatsoever.
Yeah.
So very much a mixed bag for the Tau. They either swung hard, hit hard, or swung hard and missed hard. Starting off over here, Stealth Team plus Ghost Keel fired absolutely everything into the Land Raid and did but a single hull point. Not the result they were looking for. John was really hoping the AP-1 from the advanced targeting systems would be worth their weight in gold, but unfortunately the Land Raid is just a tough beast. Missile commander dropped in here and unloaded all his missile pods into the flyer. Got 3 misses, then only got 1 wound, but did manage to do 3 damage against the flyer. So not too bad. But you know, we've seen this guy in 7th edition just pick out flyers from the sky. So it's kind of interesting to see how he's changed in 8th edition. But I think he was just a bit unlucky. Moving on over here, the iron cannon was able to do 2 more damage to that flyer, so it's taken 5, so it's on its 2nd bracket. And the smart missile systems from both this hammerhead and long strike, this hammerhead went in to this squad and managed to kill, I think it was 4, just absolutely crippled them. Long Strike was disappointing, unfortunately. His missiles bounced off the Land Raider because that was the only target he could fire against, and then to shoot the flyer down he got a 6 to hit and then a 1 to wound, and unfortunately Johnny had already used his reroll, so he couldn't reroll it. So very frustrating. We've seen Long Strike in 2 games now, and in both of them he has let the side down. Now over here, another smart missile system from this Devilfish went into this squad and just killed a whole load more. Plus 5 from this commander killed 5 more. I've had to spend 2 command points to keep that Black Templar Crusader squad alive. Support fire from these firewalls managed to pick off another one, I believe. So overall, you know, this squad has been heavily damaged. The flyer's been knocked down, but the Land Raider, which Johnny was hoping, I think, to pop, was just wasn't able to do it. Hoping to at least get it down a bracket. Yeah, so it's interesting. The Black Templars have taken a bloody nose. We have lost 10 models, but let's see what they can do in their turn. So a very interesting Black Templar turn. Tower saying bullshit. Is that true? We deep struck the Terminators down into here, taking advantage of that bit of cover. I've learned with my tactical Terminators not to just suicide them in and try and get the charge. They're better at shooting than they are at combat. They were able to kill 2 Fire Warriors from there, some good saving by the Tau. But then the Assault Cannon from the Land Raider Crusader came in, finished that squad off over here, whilst the Hurricane Bolters plus Storm Bolter unleashed an absolute deluge of mass reactive bolt shots into the Fire Warrior squad was there and ripped them to pieces. These guys got a 6 on their advance, but were unable to... this guy was able to do a long shot over here to kill one of the drones. These guys killed the other drone, and then the Storm Talon put everything into that commander. The Las Cannon, needing 4 to hit, got 1 hit, it got 1 wound. The Tau failed the 4-up shield save, used a command point to reroll it, and still failed it. Black Templars then rolled damage, got 2, used a command point, got 6, and poof, goes the Tau commander. So a bit unlucky on the shield generator save there. But you know, the main bulk of the Tau firepower, all these battle suits, it's undamaged. So we've killed some firewalls, we've killed a commander, but there's a lot of Tau firepower left. So let's see what the Tau can do in their turn 2. So a much better time for the turn for the Tau that time. This commander did what he should have done last turn and just picked the Storm Raven out of the sky. He just did an absolutely obscene amount of wounds to it, which is good for him. Moving over here, the Ghost Keel tried to pick off the Terminators, but was only able to kill 1. And then another one was killed when the Storm Talon exploded, and actually it killed 1 guy there and 2 guys from that squad, so quite a lot of damage there. Smart missiles from these 2 were unable to, and the burst cannon was unable to do much damage here. I think maybe 1 more Terminator was killed from all the small arms, wasn't it? Essentially the small arms killed 1 and the explosion killed 1 is what it came down to. Because a lot of the small arms was directed into this unit over here, but they were very lucky with their saves, and only 4 were killed. But 5 wounds has been done to the Land Raider, and that was by Long Strike, wasn't it? So Long Strike finally hit. He got a 2 to wound, but which would normally, we were like, oh god damn it, Long Strike, you failed again. But Long Strike's specific rule, tank 8, he gets +1 to wound against vehicles and monsters, so he can pretty much wound any vehicle on 2s. Boom, got it through, he got the 4, he was going to keep that result. So overall, we've lost 2 Crusaders over there, 2 Terminators over there, 5 hull points from this, we lost a Storm Talon, and we lost 4 Crusaders. So the Tau have done some serious damage. This is the Black Templar death pile, but going into the Black Templar turn, we have a Land Raider Crusader absolutely full of angry Marines who are going to start chopping up some Tau. Let's see what happens to the Black Templar turn 2. Not a bad Black Templar turn. Could have gone better, could have gone worse, but overall we're pretty happy with the results. So shooting over here was able to remove those 2 stealth drones. Very, very important. These guys, well, pretty much everything shot into those drones to remove them, apart from this guy who unloaded absolutely everything into Long Strike and got, I think, 4 wounds in total, which is pretty good for Land Raider Crusader. The Terminators hopped back in there for now. These guys, unfortunately, they failed their charge against the stealth team, but these guys went in and managed to kill 2, so they lost 3 in total, 1 from shooting, 2 from combat, and they passed their battle shock on a 6, because Tau, if you get a 6 and you got bonding knives, you also pass, so that's good for them. Over here, the Ghost Keel was pretty unlucky on his shield saves, but still just managed to skip through that and is left on 1 wound. Empress Champion was able to do 6 wounds to him alone. The Chaplain did 2, and then the rest of the squad managed to do 1. So overall, not too bad. You know, 9 wounds on a Ghost Kill, 3 stealth team, and 2 drones and a few wounds on Long Strike. But we're now in pretty close range of the Tau. Let's see what they can do going to Tau turn 3. So a real nail biter of a turn 2 for the Tau. Every dice was back and forth, saves, shots. It was just one of those turns that was absolutely incredible to be part of. So over here, all the Seeker missiles were just firing in into this squad over here, and just one guy. And eventually 4 people were chipped off. They have to take a battle shock test now. They've lost 4 guys, and they get a 3, so that's 7, so they've passed. Over here, these stealth suits combined with some firepower from over here were able to destroy the 5-man squad here. The missile commander then fired 6 shots, hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of his warlord trait. He got 6 hits. He got 5 hits, sorry. Then he got 5 wounds. I had to make 5 4-up saves. Each one of these did 4 damage, and I made 5 4-up saves. The will of the Emperor was protecting Chaplain Lazarus here. Very frustrating for the Tau, but of course, you know, the Black Templars are going to take every lucky break we can get. Oh yes, I should mention that Longstrike fired a Land Raider shot, a railhead shot into the Land Raider, hit and wound. And again, the will of the Emperor, Sigismund, intervened. I got a 6 on the save. So again, frustrating for the Tau. Over here, the Ghost Keel fired his fusion guns and his Cyclic Iron Raker into the Emperor's Champion. He managed to get, thanks to target lock, so he can move and avoid the -1 to hit. Target lock, he got a hit with the fusion gun. He got a wound with the fusion gun. I had to make a 4 Rosaria save on the Emperor's Champion. I got a 1. I used my last command point to summon the will of the Emperor. I got a 4, and he lived. The Cyclic Iron Raker then was able to get... Johnny overcharged it. He thought he's going to die anyway. Might as well overcharge. Unfortunately, he got a 1. So this guy on his last wound has fallen. But he got 2 hits against the Emperor's Champion. He got 2 wounds. These would do D3 each. And again, the Rosarius flashed. And the Emperor's Champion lived. So these 2 characters here have made an absolutely filthy amount of 4-up saves. They do not deserve to be here right now, but the Emperor has clearly intervened. These 5 Crusaders had been killed. 5 or 6 Crusaders, 4 or 5 Crusaders had been killed over here. But that is it for the Tau turn. They've got Black Templars rampaging through their lines. Let's see if the Templars can take advantage of this opportunity that has been given to them by the Emperor. So an interesting Black Templar turn. We did some good damage there. This squad that was here got an advance roll of 6 and they've moved back here. They're hiding out of line of sight and they have a place they're going to go. It's only turn 3 for the Black Templars, so they may be going somewhere in future turns. Over here, this squad came in. We were able to kill 1 in between sort of close combat and shooting, and also get rid of the drones as well. So that stealth team was down to just 2 guys. This Crusader squad is just doggedly hounding those stealth suits. Over here, the Terminators came in. They ate the Overwatch for the Emperor's Champion and the Chaplain. They were able to get rid of the drones for the Commander, and also then put 5 wounds in thanks to those power fists. The Emperor's Champion just came in and just did 4 wounds to the Commander, killing him. So another character has been claimed. Another monster and a character has been claimed by the Emperor's Champion. That is Warlord for the Black Templars. So that is it, though. Rest of the firepower sort of went into these stealth suits trying to bring them down. So yeah, pretty good turn, but this big blue blob o' doom is still around and it is starting to get very angry with these Black Templars. Let's see what they can do going into Tau turn 4. So an interesting Tau turn 4. The big blue tank blob o' death moved out. They killed the sneaky marine that was hiding there with some Seeker missiles. Absolutely fantastic. Those weapons don't need line of sight. Longstrike, I keep wanting to call him Pask, but Longstrike was able to finally earn his pay and get a good few wounds through onto this guy. He got the 6, he got a 5 to wound, but because of her being +1 against tanks, that made it a 6, which means he gets the D3 mortal wounds. That plus his main gun managed to do 6 more wounds to the Land Raider, so it's taken, no, 5 more wounds, sorry, so it's taken 10 in total. Over here, Seeker missiles just bounced off, unfortunately no damage done. Same against the Terminators. But the stealth team, which are currently holding this objective, burst cannoned into this unit over here and were able to kill the plasma gun guy. So Tower are definitely playing for the objective. They've still got a lot of armor on the field. Let's see what they can do going into... let's see what the Black Templars can do going into their turn 4. Not a good Black Templars turn, unfortunately. The dice gods are... maybe have betrayed them for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe the Emperor has left them. Over here, shooting, the stealth suits just made a lot of saves. The Templars did okay on the hits, but unfortunately just couldn't crack that tough 3-up armor. Going in on the charge, a Power Sword was able to do a wound. The Power Axe also got a wound, but the 5-up save saved the stealth suit. And then all the blades got 1s and 2s to wound. It was really unfortunate. Really tough to get the with the -1 to hit on those stealth suits, they made them much more durable in shooting and in combat. And the chaplain failed the charge. I tried to get him in, but unfortunately he got a 1 and a 2. He got 1 and a 3 and then 2 2s. He was only going 4 inches one way or another. Over here, the Terminators hop back inside. This is the wound dice for the Land Raider, and that's the wound dice for the Terminator. So yeah. So over there, and final thing, just to mention, I mean, even these guys who have been stormtroopers the whole time, only got a 2 on the advance. They're trying as hard as they can to go for that objective, but it's looking tough. That was the break the Tau potentially needed. Going into Tau, turn 5, potential last turn of the game, the Tau are going to have to try something special here. The Black Templars have felt the fury of the Tau firepower this turn. Long Strike plus this Iron Cannon was able to finish off the Land Raider. Came down to the last armor save, couldn't make a 4-up with the Land Raider, really unfortunate. Smart missiles from these two vehicles were able to kill this 4-man squad again. The Black Templar armor, which must have been cracking under all this firepower, couldn't make the saves I needed to make. Just folding. And then over here, I lost a near-fight thanks to the thanks to Tau battle suits, stealth suits. So that was turn 5 Tau. They did a respectable amount. Let's see what the Black Templars can do in their turn 5. So with the Land Raider off the field, the Templar forces are looking pretty depleted. But what we were able to do was the Chaplain, he took 2 wounds on Overwatch, but he just came in. No shooting was able to damage stealth suits. He came in and just butchered. Not a single save was made by the Tau stealth suits, and they were just blown limb from limb by that Crozier arcade. And 2-handed Crozier, so limbs were flying everywhere. These guys stayed here. We've got 2 units within 3 inches of the centre of that objective, so that's pretty secure. 2 units over here. Johnny has grabbed the big blue bullshit dice because he wants the game to go on. Let's see what happens. It's a 1. You can't use command points to affect those dice anymore. Sorry. You wanted to use command point. Correct. I'm 99.99% sure on that.
Get it, 'cause I've got 1 command point left.
It's a potential, but I'm absolutely certain in Chapter Proof you can't use command points to change those dice rolls anymore, can you? We'll double check it now, but we'll double check now and we'll come back to it. So we've just checked. You can't use your command points to roll mission dice anymore. Can't roll to see if the game continues, unfortunately. So let's count up the final points. The Tau controlled this objective. They're pretty much in control of this objective, so that's 2 points to each to the Tau. Over here, the Black Templars control this objective, and coming round, we also are within 3 inches of this objective here, so that's 6 points each. But then the Black Templars have First Blood, Warlord, and Linebreaker. The Tau do have 1 extra point for Big Guns Never Tire because of the killing the Land Raider. So there's a 2-point difference, minor victory to the Black Templars, but we are looking very thin on the ground. The Tau may even have Linebreaker over there, so it's a 1 or 2 point victory for the Black Templars. But it's really close game. Really good game. It was looking really grim for the Towering Parts. They just, first couple of turns, they were really struggling, but the big blue blob of doom, the heavy armour of the Tau, which was left unmolested a lot of the game by the Black Templars, it came into its own at the end and really swung the game back to them. If that game had gone on, with all those smart missiles not needing a line of sight, those heavy weapons still in the Tau arsenal, I think the game could have very easily swung back in their favour. It would have been a very close game. It would have been a case of the Templars just having to hold on. Not much firepower there to actually damage the Tau vehicles. But at the end of the day, the Templars did manage to play to the last turn, use that age-old trick of playing for a turn 5 game. We'll cover much more in the after-action battle report. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this battle report, and I'll see you guys next time.